a struggle when I put bighorns up and have you get up close to the dummy. Now, do you have to be able to rope bighorns close? As long as you go to ropings that never have bighorn steers and you never go anywhere they rope slow steers. The problem with roping both horns at the same time is a very precise loop. And when you rope right to left, look at the area that I cover. If that steer steps to the right, steps to the left, there's so much more benefit in going right to left. You can swing your rope with a figure eight and not even swing it correctly. You don't have to handle your rope like an expert to be able to catch. You can take a guy that's never rode a horse, never swung a rope, and teach him to be able to catch. And learning to be able to catch and then learn to rope both horns at the same time. I absolutely believe everybody should be able to rope both horns at the same time, but I think to begin with, you have got to be able to walk up there and be aggressive and rope the dummy with some authority right to left. You should all be taught to just be able to go catch. You don't have to look at the horns. All you have to do is swing right over top of the horns and continue your throw and come across the horns. It is not rocket science. Now, trying to rope both horns at the same time is a lot harder. Whenever you're close and you try to take that rope and put it over them horns, that is a struggle. It can be done, but it is difficult. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. It's very frustrating if you ever draw that slow steer, you try to back your horse off, and you run up there, and you know before you nod your head, you're going to have problems catching this steer. Now, the whole reason for roping bighorns at home is because I was high team with Clay O'Brien Cooper one time in Denver, and I walked up there, and I promise you my steer's horns were within 6 to 8 inches as big as this. They were huge to me. The steer didn't weigh 400 pounds, but in my mind, I was nervous and it scared me. So when I come home, I went to get some big horns. I didn't want to be intimidated. The good thing about roping right to left is that you can do so many things wrong and still have a chance to catch. The problem with roping both horns at the same time is you have to be precise. You will rope a lot of necks, you will figure eight front legs, you will wave it off a lot of steers. But roping right to left, you can swing your rope horrible and just come right across the horns and be able to catch. Now when you put your money up, do you want to take the chance on catching, or to know without a doubt you can run up there and cover a whole area? When you put your money up, you will be able to catch a lot of steers roping both horns at the same time. As long as the steers are strong, as long as the steers run, and you don't get too close, you can catch a lot of cows roping both horns at the same time. The problem with roping both horns at the same time is if you ever draw that slow steer and you get up on top of him and you can't catch him. You know, as long as you get just about 10 foot back, you can catch a lot of steers that go to the right and look like you have a chance to win something. The problem with that is you always have a weakness. You can have a very good day roping, but if you get too close, you got a lot of things that can go wrong. Do you want to show up in the roping and know that you can catch the steer no matter what you draw? That was my objective when I started heading. I did not want a weakness. I wanted to be able to catch whatever the steer may run in the chute. If I needed to reach, I could reach. Now the thing about roping right to left is you swing your rope the same. The difference in the delivery is you extend your hand to the right and you bring your rope across. Look at how big this loop is and how much area you have to cover. If that steer takes a step to the right, if he goes a foot to the right, I'm going to catch him. If that steer steer slows up, if he speeds up, if he goes to the left. Look at all the area that you have a chance to catch him. It's almost like throwing a cast net over the horns. You're not having to pick one target. You have a whole big area to catch. This is not a complicated thing. It is simple. Everybody should have been taught to begin with to rope right to left and then learn to rope both horns at the same time. The difference is, look where his hand is, and it's coming straight down at the head. That is the problem when you try to take that loop and stick it over both horns at the same time. If you extend that rope to the right, you extend your arm out to the right from your elbow and just come across, it's amazing at how many more